Did you know that Japan's history dates back to 14,000 BC with the Jomon period? This period, spanning over 10,000 years, paints a vivid picture of a hunter-gatherer society where the people thrived in harmony with nature. The Jomon people's resilience and adaptability can be seen in their diverse subsistence pattern, which included hunting, fishing, and gathering plants. But what truly sets the Jomon period apart was the people's extraordinary pottery skills. Indeed, the Jomon pottery is amongst the oldest in the world, showcasing an advanced technique and intricate design. The name Jomon itself, meaning rope-patterned, was inspired by the characteristic patterns on their pottery created with twisted cord impressions. These early people of Japan left behind a rich cultural imprint, a testament to their creativity and resourcefulness. Their pottery serves as a window into their lives, their beliefs, and their artistic sensibilities. As we transition into the next era, we see Japan start to evolve from a society of hunters and gatherers to a more settled agricultural society. Fast forward to 300 BC, and we enter the Yayoi period, a time of significant transformation in Japan. This era was marked by the introduction of wet rice cultivation, a practice brought over from the Korean peninsula. The cultivation of rice required complex irrigation systems, leading to the organization of communities around these systems and forming the basis for permanent settlements. This wasn't the only change, though. The Yayoi period also saw the emergence of metal tools and weapons, made possible by the introduction of bronze and iron. These advancements in technology not only made farming more efficient, but they also revolutionized warfare, enabling the development of stronger and more complex societal structures. As these communities grew in size and complexity, so did the need for governance. The Yayoi period, with its advancements in agriculture and technology, played a crucial role in shaping the social and political landscape of Japan. The Yayoi period laid the groundwork for the formation of a state, which we'll see in our next era. The Kofun and Asuka periods, stretching from 300 AD to 710 AD, saw the formation of a state and the spread of Buddhism in Japan. The Kofun period, named for the unique keyhole-shaped burial mounds that mark the era, was a time of significant political consolidation. The Yamato clan, hailing from the fertile Kinai region, gradually extended their control over large parts of the archipelago. With their ascendants, they established a centralized state, imposing their systems of governance and their culture on the regions they subjugated. As we move on to the Asuka period, we find a pivotal chapter in Japan's cultural evolution, the introduction of Buddhism. Buddhism was initially brought to Japan by Korean immigrants and emissaries, but it was during the Asuka period that it began to take root, influencing every facet of Japanese life, from art and architecture to philosophy and statecraft. One of the most notable symbols of this influence is the great Buddha of Nara. A colossal bronze statue, it was commissioned by Emperor Shomu as an expression of his faith. The construction of this impressive figure required a remarkable effort and resources, demonstrating the profound impact Buddhism had started to exert on the fabric of Japanese society. With the introduction of Buddhism, we see a shift in Japanese culture and society, setting the stage for the classical era of Japan. Welcome to the Heian period, a time of peace, poetry, and prosperity in Japan. Spanning from the late 8th to the late 12th century, this era was marked by an artistic renaissance that left an indelible mark on Japanese culture. Central to this cultural efflorescence was the establishment of Kyoto as the capital. The city, with its grand palaces and ornate temples, became a hub of cultural development. The nobility reveled in a refined court life, creating a unique aesthetic that remains an integral part of Japanese traditions. One of the most notable contributions of this period is The Tale of Genji, often considered the world's first novel. Penned by Murasaki Shikibu, a lady-in-waiting in the imperial court, the tale offers a peek into the courtly life of the Heian era, weaving a narrative of love, loss, and political intrigue. This period also saw the development of kana, a syllabic script which allowed for the expression of the Japanese language in writing, independent of Chinese characters. This was a significant step towards cultivating a distinct Japanese identity. From music and dance forms such as gagaku and bugaku to refined arts like calligraphy and poetry, the Heian period was a pinnacle of cultural sophistication. As we leave the Heian period, we see a Japan that has evolved from a society of hunters and gatherers to a sophisticated civilization with its own unique culture.